used to be embarrassed of people seeing the side of me that was really into my art. I didn't realize it at the time, but I was consistently, unknowingly communicating to myself that my dreams could wait. I prioritized other people's dreams and passions and ambitions over mine because for some reason I believed that theirs was more important than me. I delayed working on passion projects and taking a chance on opportunities because I believed that I wasn't capable of doing them at the time. So what's the point of wasting time and energy trying? If I got really excited about something, I wouldn't use that energy to act on my dreams. I would sit on it, procrastinate with it until it eventually dissipated. Or if I wasn't feeling my best or feeling great, then that would become my excuse for why I shouldn't create in the first place. Because I won't produce anything good if I'm not at my best.
Aaliyah Ellis.
Procrastinating, prioritizing other things and people, talking myself out of taking a chance disguised as me trying to be responsible with my time and resources. Trying to manage the boosts of energy that I had towards something that I thought was more productive or acceptable were all habits I had that showed that I didn't really believe in myself. There's actual bills and future bills that are way more important than setting aside money to invest in my craft. My jobs give me financial stability, which I need all that I can get at the moment. So it's very reasonable to pick up that extra shift and not use that day that I plan to work on my small business or work on my art because that's not earning me any money. You know, it's very rare for me to be this energized, so I should store it and use it for something that's more adult, something more productive and impactful than using it to inch my art career forward. These excuses all felt so reasonable and also kept me stuck. I was waiting for something outside of myself to legitimize me, to legitimize my work, to legitimize my craft, and show me that I was a great writer and storyteller that people wanted to read, and a creative person before I could really commit and give it my all. Because I didn't want to waste my energy on something that other people didn't find valuable. I didn't want to look stupid or immature working on things that I thought people didn't think mattered. And I'm not afraid to admit that that's also very important to me. I think what finally made me think that enough is enough is that I wanted something for myself, and I was tired of being half in and half out. Being in a limbo of results because no one was telling me that my shit is important yet. Or better yet, I was getting results. I would have people comment on my work and complete strangers buying my books and leaving reviews and telling me that they're good. But because this type of success and validation didn't look the way that I thought success should, because my bank account wasn't fat as fuck, because I wasn't being televised on a big screen about my work being good, I realized that nothing was actually going to legitimize me as an artist. No validation outside of myself was ever going to be good enough because being legitimized looked like a very specific conglomerate of things happening all at the same time. And I started to learn that success just didn't work that way. Success comes in pieces, and that's how we get tripped up. You get a piece of success to contribute to the bigger picture of success that you want. An authentic book review from a stranger, $50 in royalties being sent to your account from the books that you sold that month, strangers and your community really liking the content that you put out there and really wishing you well and that your stuff blows up. This is all success contributing to the overall picture of success that I'm looking for. And if I was any more self-absorbed, I would have missed it all. I think what really changed here for me is I remember hearing a woman say that no one was coming to save you. No grand authority was coming to give me resources. No one was coming to tell everyone that my shit is good and to go support it financially because they said so. She didn't say all that, but that's what I took from it. She said, you have to create yourself. And I felt that deeply. It scared me more staying the same and staying in the same place. So it felt like At this point, there's only two options. Stop and find something else to do, or keep going even though I'm feet away from the surface. And I'm stubborn as fuck. So I kept going. I began to imagine a different future for myself. A future that I can actually live and enjoy in on a regular basis instead of the fleeting dopamine hits. I started to imagine a future where I was surrounded by my art and having expansive amount of time creating for a small community who also enjoy my work. And the promise I'm keeping to myself is to keep going regardless of the circumstances. To let my art be a natural part of who I am and how I express myself to the world. How I express myself in my life. Whether it brings monetary success and recognition or just be something that I tell a mom group years from now that's something that's interesting about myself and they think is interesting too. You know, like, this is Jill, she makes the best cookies in the PTA meeting. This is Keisha, that bitch is a doctor. And did you know Aaliyah Zellis is a dark fantasy author? Taking myself seriously looks like scheduling out time for my art and my craft. And keeping that appointed day to work on my business or my craft as if it was any other obligation on my calendar. Taking myself seriously looks like not shying away from my art identity in front of people and when I'm introducing myself to others. I am a writer. I write regularly. I am an author. I'm published. I am a content creator. I make fire shit. I am a script writer. I'm like halfway through the script, but I'm still writing that shit. Now, how do I recover now when I miss a day or feel discouraged? I know this is easier said than done, but whenever I miss a day or feel discouraged, I don't beat myself up because my focus is no longer on the singular act of doing my work, more so on the entire body of the work that I'm creating, not just one session to prove that I actively create. Just because I don't write one page on a specific day that I plan for myself doesn't mean that on the next scheduled day, 5 pages won't come out from inspiration. I also believe that creativity has its own timing. Birthing something takes time and has its own rhythm. And as long as you're showing up, that thing is gonna get birthed. And if it's that bad, I take a deep breath, wrap myself in a blanket, and veg out on some anime, and come back the next scheduled day. Now, when I'm discouraged, I'm not gonna lie, that's a little harder to overcome. That's an internal battle with my sense of security and confidence. You have to fight for yourself, and you have to remind yourself of the reason that you're doing this, of the reason that you're creating in the first place, and the reason for why you want to keep doing this. And I like to go back into the archives of the evidence that I've accumulated as to why I should keep doing this. I go back and read some of my old work that's good as fuck and reminisce about how I'm a genius. Luckily, I have good comments and reviews, so I can go back and look at things that strangers have written and told me about my work and tell myself that my capabilities are not a delusion. It's not in my head. I do this shit. I will go crawl under my blanket and veg out on anime if that is what is required. Overall, I make sure that I take a step back and put some space between me and my creativity because I know that I'm not in the best headspace and my creativity doesn't deserve for me to take it out on it. And if you like this video, tickle my like button because I like that. Subscribe if you want to see me again, but let's face it, darling, who doesn't want to see me again? And if you want to keep me in your pocket to give you a little kick in the tush, I have a villainous pep talk called Take Yourself Seriously. It's in my Stan store. The link is in my description. Until next time.